Hoy, hoy, hoy! Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to The Big Picture, your host, Lloyd Luna. Kumusta po kayo mga kaibigan? Balita ko is medyo naibsan ng konting kagandahan ng pakiramdam dahil umulan. Ano po, ang pagiging sobrang mainit ng panahon ngayon. Sobrang init talaga. Umulan at ang bagyo po ay nasa Pilipinas na in fact nakataas na po sa signal number 1 ang Metro Manila. Ngayon naman po ay kalabing-4, May 14, 2020. Kumusta po kayo sa inyong mga bahay-bahay, sa inyong mga tahanan? Maraming salamat po sa pagtutok. So, kung kayo po ay may mga katanungan, kung kayo may mga comments, saka po may mga suggestions, di sa comment box na lang po, pakisulat na lang at babatiin naman namin kayo kung kayo po ay nanonood. At kung hindi naman po nakakabala, pakishare na rin po sa inyong mga timeline. Medyo interesting ang magiging usapan natin ngayon dahil we're going to talk about the better way of doing business, maximizing opportunities through networking. Pag sinabing networking, hindi naman yan yung basta benta-benta lang. I think it's more of establishing relationship, right? At meron po tayong inihandang napaka-importanting guest na Pilipino na po by heart. Mamaya po papakilala ko sa inyo. For sure, matutuwa kayo sa kanya. So paki-share na lang po at paki-organize sa watch party para po mas maraming makapanood ng show. Sobrang papasalamat kami in advance sa lahat ng mga susuporta dito po sa The Big Picture. Ayan, so umpisa natin po mga headlines mula sa The Manila Times. Ang banner po ng Manila Times, businesses to reopen, government to enforce work from home scheme. So inalaw na po ng pamahalaan ang konting-konting pagbalik po ng ating mga manggagawa sa kanilang mga trabaho. Good signs. Sa wakas, makakalabas na po. Hindi lahat, yung ilan. At ang House okays limited franchise for ABS-CBN. So pwede na po mag-operate ulit. Kaya lang, merong limit. Hindi po talaga full yung franchise ay binigay. Sa iba pong balita, stop threatening Duterte. PSG chief warns the public. Headlines brought to you by The Manila Times. Go to manilatimes.net for more news and information. At download po application nila sa digital.manilatimes.net. Pupunta po kayo doon kasi lumabas po ngayon aking column doon sa campus press section ng The Manila Times. So ito na po, excited na po tayong lahat para makita at makilala ang ating guest ngayon. This will be challenging because I'm going to speak in English, I think 100% of the time during the interview. So expect some nose bleeding na mangyayari po sa susunod na 45 minutes. Anyway, wala pa tayong magagawa. Ginusto po natin to. So let's try to get him in. David Tan is the CEO of GFOXX International. How are you?
I'm doing good. You look amazing. Okay.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I have an idea about it, but
Sure.
thank you for really telling me that. It's a confirmation of what I already know.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
David
Of course,
Tan.
I will say sorry first. The host interview has to be in English. Okay. Yeah.
You are forgiven, my friend. You are forgiven for sure.
Thank you so
But
much.
to all of you who are watching, David Tan is President, CEO of GFOXX International.
Yeah.
In fact, the owner. You're the owner, right?
Yeah, I'm the founder and the owner as well. Yeah, one of the
Founder,
owner.
owner. Yeah. And you have been here in the Philippines since what, 2015?
2011. 2011. Yeah. So
Okay.
9 years. 9 years. Yeah.
Okay, so it will be a decade next year,
Next year.
right?
Next year. We're going to have a big celebration for a decade. All that. Okay.
Okay, and hopefully by 2021, all these crazy things happening now.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
everybody's praying for that. Yeah. You're right.
yeah. Okay, so tell me exactly how you feel about what's going on in your life these days.
Yeah, but we basically we are a network marketing company. So I think when people hear about network marketing, they have a very negative impressions. But for us, we are a little bit different. We are more focused on retailing the products. We would like to sell products with value. That's the most important things. Business second. So GFOXX basically is unique because since we are a network marketing company, we also can build network by inviting people to come in. But everybody who coming in, we equip them with the knowledge of e-commerce concept. So how we equip them with skill on how they can find the customer through online platform. So usually through social media, Facebook. We provide free training for Facebook ads system, effective system, and then from A to Z, so that they can run their business successfully, even during this kind of crisis, because lockdown, nobody can go out. So for their own safety, of course, we have to stay home. Okay, but since it's online business, our business is running as usual. So and surprisingly, even during this lockdown, our sales was even double up this month.
Tell me something about yourself. What brought you to the Philippines, and how did you start your venture here?
Okay, that's a very long story, but to cut it short, to cut it very short,
We have a
I
we have an
we have
entire
3 hours.
we have an entire day all night. This is unlimited internet, so please.
Okay, I don't want to bore your listener as well. 2011, I was being assigned by a Singapore company. I work with a Singapore publicity company to assign a task to came to Philippines to set up a subsidiary in the Philippines. Right, one of the subsidiary in their whole Southeast Asia country. So I came here alone, single. I don't know anybody. I came here to start the subsidiary from scratch. So the company that I formed is also a direct selling or network marketing company, mostly focused on skincare products. We was able to set it up, then running the business for them for 3 years in the Philippines. I was able to help them to grow their business from zero to the last year that I've been with them. Their sales in a year is around 870 million sales a year. So we are averaging about 80 million peso sales every month. So at that time, I was thinking mission accomplished, right? So I already helped the company to achieve their goal and more.
Yeah,
So
for sure. It
yeah,
was not your choice to be here.
it was of course it's not my choice. I never been to Philippines. To your surprise,
Someone someone must have been pushing you, and you said yes. No.
Not really, not really. Because I'm single. Next thing is it was a challenge that I would like to take because I took this as a challenge for myself to see whether I have that kind of capability or not. Because to form a company from scratch and build it up, I don't know whether I can or I cannot. I have no idea, right? So, but since
What was it? What was it the first time that you did that? I mean,
yeah,
the
yeah,
putting up
it's really first time.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, it's first time. So, am I
Wow.
capable? Am
Nothing
I?
to lose. Nothing.
There's a lot of doubt. Am I capable of doing it? How to do it? I have no idea, right? It's just that I took this as a challenge to
How,
see.
how how young were you when you put up the business?
Wow, that was 9 years ago. 9 years ago, how young I am. Uh, wait, 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 wait. I'm a little bit lost. My mathematics is not good. I'm around 20, 28, 28, I think. 28.
You're not 28, or you started when you were 28?
28. I'm 28, yeah.
Okay, you were 28. Okay. Let's
Yeah.
do the addition then.
28, yeah.
And then there were doubts, of course,
A lot of
and
doubt, yeah.
there were doubts, a lot of doubts, and you want to test your capability, and somehow you made it. And then what happened next?
So after I make it, I say mission accomplished. So what's next for me?
Mhm.
So I was being offered opportunity to start my own business. So ever since I have a vision and the desire to have my own business, that's one thing. Another thing is uh, sincerely by my heart. All right. So since I'm a foreigner, right, this is how I look at Filipinos. Since I work with them for a few years, I believe that Filipino is very talented. Your guys is very good in language. And second, attitude wise, I was surprised. Most of them willing to work hard. Your guys been through a lot of hard work, hardship. I say hardship, but you still strike. Okay, still work harder. You know, it's really girls in Philippines is very hardworking. All right, so I really believe that in my heart that the Filipino deserve more. Whatever they have now, they are pretty much a little bit underpaid. They should get more. If with this kind of talents, with this kind of skill, they should be able to get more. But because of the circumstances around the environment and the country, so they cannot break through from there. So I was thinking if I can form a company that can help them to unleash their potential and let them realize that they can be more, then actually they deserve more. So that's how I
Mhm.
decided to take out another challenge for myself with a lot of not sure whether I will fail again. We start from scratch again and form a company called GFOXX International.
Mhm. And then the rest they say is
The
history.
rest is the history. Yes. Okay.
It's quite a history because we are seeing your growth time and again, and you started quite well, and at
Yeah.
this particular point you're still doing well despite the pandemic. So
Yes.
let's talk
Yes.
about the situation when you first heard about the lockdown. What was the first thing that came into your mind?
Yeah, this is a very good question. So the first time I hear about lockdown, which we anticipate will happen, all right? Because based on China's situation, right, we know Philippines will happen. Uh, but the announcements is caught a little bit on surprise to us because it was announced today, tomorrow immediately implementation, right? So we were still trying to tackle it. We're trying to cut down the manpowers a little bit and switch the manpower to work from home. And I advise all my leaders, our seller, our agents, uh, to to focus on certain area that we can still move around. Example, if we are in Metro Manila, we focus on Metro Manila only. So we can still do sales in Metro Manila. Let's forget about Davao and Cebu, right? Focus on Metro Manila. So, and then, to my surprise, I think it was escalated. It become enhanced quarantine, right? Control. Okay, so
Yeah.
that basically almost cut down the hope. Even in Metro Manila, you cannot move. So, but we always have the desire that we do not want to stop just because we need to stop. We always try to find a way. If there's a way, we have to find a way. All right. So
Mhm.
the leaders and I. We always have the discussions. So one of the leader actually showed me a letter. is a letter that indicated they are a rider of the company. And then they show the DTI letter that's saying that vitamin is necessity, is considered necessity. So vitamin is allowed to ship even during the lockdown, the enhanced lockdown. So when I saw the letter already, I asked the leaders, meaning with presenting this letter, are you able to deliver products? They say, yeah, I can move around in Metro Manila only. I said, if that's okay, let's do it. Okay, so we started to hire our own riders by giving them the letters, to appoint them as our rider and start shipping the products from the house, right? So what we did is it's really amazing. So we do not have rider at that time. So we do not we just depend on other logistic company to deliver product for us like LPC, JNT. But since they are totally stopped already, we don't depend on them. We form our own rider team. So we start from one person, become 5, 6, 7, 10. Now I think we have 20 riders running for us.
Where did you get these people? I'm curious.
Through friend refer friends, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a connections, right?
Hey, you're not doing anything there. Go here and then become a rider.
Tama. We if you have a motorbike, you can do it. Okay, so that's how we do it, and then we give it a try. As long as we don't stop, I think we have a chance. So we give it a try. Initially, in my mind, is I want to make sure that the leaders still have income during the lockdown because they are full time with us. If there's no sales, there's no income for them. So I'm very concerned about them. All right, so I say the business have to continue. So we give it a try. Initial idea is make sure that at least we have some money. All right, that's the first month. On March, second week of March, we started, and we see the result. The business is coming in. That's amazing. So April, second week, we already know that the business volume was able to sustain, even during lockdown. Nothing growing, but we're able to sustain the business volume as like nothing happened. So
the volume when prior to lockdown is almost identical, even if it is already in the lockdown.
So it's like nothing happened. We are not affected totally by lockdown at all. There's no impact on us. So with that, I was immediately call for leaders meeting. I give them another idea. Don't defense. Enough defense, because we see the tactics.
What did you use in organizing these people?
We're using the Zoom, the usually conference, Zoom and Viber group chat. That's how we organize and communicate with our leaders. Of course, Facebook as well. But our business main focus is using Facebook ads. Yeah, if you understand e-commerce business, we run ads. All right. So the good thing about the lockdown thing is this: you have to look at the things at a different perspective. Everything happened with there's a good, there's a bad, right? Two sides of the coin. So if you keep on focusing on the negative side of things, you will have a blind spot. You will forget to look at the bright side of it. Okay. So what is the bright side of the lockdown? The reality is this: everybody stopped. Even the big competitor, they stopped. Since they stopped already, the only one who can work will win. So our competition is dropped. There's no competition at all. So the Facebook ads become very cheap, very affordable. So with very little budget, you can reach a lot of people, and then you can get a lot of sales. Now, always remember that lockdown or don't lockdown, your customer is still there. Tama ba? The only difference is they are staying home, right? So, the only challenge you have now is how can you reach them?
Did you not worry in terms of their capacity to buy your products?
Yeah, okay. Do you know a psychological study called lipstick effect?
I'm interested to know.
Yeah. During the lockdown, I still continue to learning. I learned from one of the Chinese YouTuber. He shared about the concept of lipstick effect. During financial crisis, there are certain products usually have big sales, even double, triple the sales. All right. One of the products that always consistently having big sales is lipstick.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, if I didn't attend the training, I would never know that. All right, I never think about it. So they study the phenomenon, why this happened, why the lipstick sales double, triple during the financial crisis. they make a conclusion. This is just a psychological conclusion, right? So they find out that during the lockdown, everybody was worried about their financial status, the future, everything, right? During the worry, everybody are seeking for comfort, right? And this is the time that people will start to look for things to buy to make them feel a little bit better. But these kind of things that they want to buy to feel a little bit better is something that has to be affordable. So not luxury like item like bag, no, sport car, no. Something that still considered luxury, but affordable. So it fall into the category of lipstick. So you feel good when you buy lipstick. Oh, I look pretty. There is a comfort for you during this kind of lockdown. So if you look at ourselves,
Is it the same? Interesting. Is that the same thing that I've heard? I think I had one guess. I should recall. I had one guess that said, during the 1996-1997 Asian financial crisis, beauty products were actually in the boom. When
that's lipstick effect.
Lipstick.
Okay. To be more specific, is lipstick is the sales is growing. So the lipstick effect also apply to other products that can provide comfort to us. You see, if you look at you yourself, right, during this lockdown, you might buy something that you might not buy. Okay, example me. I will buy something that I might like it, but I would not buy during the normal time. But I buy it during the lockdown because I want to feel good to myself. Okay, so I buy a lot of digital games, right? Even the game I never play, I buy it. Even I store it, I feel good. I start to check out a lot of things, right? So another thing is this: everybody was craving for milk tea during the lockdown. Tama ba? Everybody craving for Starbucks. Actually, you're not craving for Starbucks. you just are seeking. You are just seeking for the sense of comfort for yourself. That's why people willing to buy more milk tea than the usual you. The usual you, maybe you are not craving for milk tea at all, but during this lockdown time, you keep on looking for milk tea, right? So that's,
I call it the boredom effect.
it's real. The lipstick effect is working. Example, our glutathione products, our skincare products sales also booming during this time. Now I call all the leaders, understand because this is really a topic that you can search in Google, lipstick effect. Understand the lipstick effect. When you run the ads, Facebook ads, direct the emotional side of people.
So how did you? But how did your product fit in this lipstick effect? Yes, they are buying, but is your product already on top of their mind, or you have to do something to make it on top of their mind?
Yeah, correct. Good questions. The products fit into lipstick effect. Number one is have to be a little bit affordable. So we have to check the price first, which one is fit in. Number two, whether they give you a feeling good effect. The feel good effect should be there. So glutathione is making your skin white, so it fit in the lipstick effect. Coffee, we market our coffee and milk tea. We have milk tea and coffee, 3-in-1 milk tea and coffee. We market it as something similar with Starbucks. So you are craving for Starbucks, right? Don't worry about that. We have also milk tea and Starbucks that you can drink at home, right? So you target this kind of emotion. So our coffee sales increase as well during this lockdown.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
quite genius, huh? Now, tell us something about because we are in a crisis, and most companies have been struggling to retain their people. Tell us something about your experience in maintaining your team intact.
This question is
I think
really
the question,
yeah.
I think the question is: did you ever need to let some people go because of financial concerns?
Yeah. The reality is this: not many business was designed to have 2 to 3 months zero revenue. So if a company 2 to 3 months have zero revenue, they might has financial crisis already. We don't need to look at the small SME like us. You look at the Virgin airline. They already filed for bankruptcy, right? So as big as them, they also have problem if 2 to 3 months has no revenue. So it's a real challenge for all the business owner, that we need to strike a balance. But the good news for us is this: we, of course, the initial idea, we do not want to let go of anybody. We want to make sure everybody get full salary. So, but to achieve that, we need to have sales as well, revenue. We
Mhm.
need to have revenue. So the good news is, since we are a e-com business, online business, we do not have problem with revenue, so we can able to sustain the staff. So we never let go of any single staff. So all our
Mhm.
staff during this lockdown time, they are getting full pay.
Mhm. Mhm. What about the experience navigating this crisis? We're still in lockdown. One day prior to reopening, what have you felt? I mean, your personal feeling about this. Did you ever feel some sort of anxiety, uncertainty, some sort of what fear or excitement?
Yeah, I think we started with just thinking about surviving, because I just thinking about having some sales volume, just to pay enough salary for our and expenses for our staff, right? So, and for the company. Of course, there's anxiety. We do not know how long it will drag. Whether the situation will get worse, right? Will Philippines become the next Italy? Will the Philippines become the next US? Right? We do not know. So we are actually worried, right? Um, how we navigate this is basically is also timing. Basically, we are lucky that last year the company fully embraced e-coms, so we're starting out to form the system that everybody can jump into e-com concept easily. So we adopt a drop shipping system. During this financial crisis, I learned something. Partnership is very important. The faster you form your partnership, your allies, the faster that you can go out as a winner. So we are also lucky that we have a very strong partner, that is very good in online selling, that actually can help us in terms of logistics side also. So we adopt the drop shipping system, whereby people do not need to have inventory. So you just encode your sales, the company will do the rest. We will fulfill the sales for you, and then you will get your commission. So that actually let us getting out of this crisis easily. The next thing is the mentality. Even though you have all this facility ready, that you can still make revenue, you can still make money, but a lot of leaders, a lot of our agents, a lot of our members are still sitting there waiting for things to be better, because they always think about what they cannot do, they can't do.
Mhm.
But they forgot to look at what they can do. So
Mhm.
I was keen on doing a training for our leaders, to remind them that don't focus on something that you can't do. Don't tell me that you have this, you cannot do this, you cannot go out. Everything's we know already. The can't, we already know. But you should focus on what you can do. If you
Mhm.
focus on what you can do, you will find the solutions now. So the one that follow our advice is the one that actually excel. So during this lockdown, we actually have a lot of people who grab the opportunity, their income become double, even triple. Right. So
Mhm.
you can see,
Can we
yeah.
Can you safely say that somehow it rumbled the top 10 sales performers?
Yeah, we have.
Uh,
You are right. There are some people from nobody become top tens. Yes, you are right. Yeah.
all of a sudden, I'm number one.
Yes, yes, yes. Just because of your mentality. That's why I say the
Yeah.
lockdown. If you calm yourself down, the lockdown is a public exam for everybody, for you, for me, for everybody here.
Mhm.
So everybody took the exam already. All right.
Mhm.
So what is the exam about? It's about your characteristic. Are you the person easily give up? Are you the person who have looking for alternative way when challenge arise? Okay. Are you the person who are passively waiting for things to be better, or are you the person very aggressively looking for a way out? Uh,
Mhm.
uh, it all depends. Are you disciplined during 2 months of lockdown? We almost going to 3 months already locking down. So in these 3 month times, before lockdown, you always said you do not have time to learn new things. I do not have time to learn e-com. I do not have time to learn. Okay, this that SQ doesn't apply already, because you was giving 2 months to stay home. So what have you learned in these 2 months? So I just finished my training last Saturday. I was mentioning about this. So what is your test result after the lockdown? Because we're going to open
Mhm.
up very soon already. So if you don't get anything out of this, you fail.
Yeah.
And we Chinese, we believe 乱世造英雄. So meaning different language at once. So meaning during crisis, that's the time hero arise. So if you able to get out from here, your mentality, your business skill is actually on a different level already.
That's interesting. So this crisis only brought about the worst and the best in us,
Yeah, that
whichever
was
you're more familiar with.
yeah, yeah,
And that explains why the our characters practically was revealed during
correct.
this crisis. Yeah. So seeing the top performers became non-performers and vice versa. Okay, now we know exactly who the resilient people are and who are
Yes,
who are not. In fact, this crisis practically challenged us that we can actually do something despite of whatever is happening around us. So as a motivational speaker, that's practical what you're also doing, right?
correct.
And so, what's next? How do you see the future now? Good thing that you're able to transform your business that is e-commerce ready. When most companies have been resisting the idea of transforming their companies into online e-commerce, you did that 1 year ago. Was it what psychic something?
No, it's not psychic. Okay. It was because of our one of good friends lah. He did very well in online selling, and he's one of the most generous person I ever know in my life as a businessman. He's very selfless. He share all his business secrets with everybody. So he told me about the way he formed his company and how much sales he has every single month. So I think average every month he have around 150 to 200 million sales using e-com concept. So I would say, wow, this is an amazing system. I should learn. So he said, if you're willing to learn, I'm willing to teach. So he started to share the concept with me, and I was amazed with the concept. And then we immediately applied the concept to the company. So the advice for people who are resisting the change, I think the resistance is no longer there because uh, business that never think about online, they are online now, right? There's
Yeah.
yeah, there's no way to resist already. What I believe is this: everybody say e-com is the future, e-com is the future. Don't believe this.
Exactly my point. Many years ago, that this is the future, and
Yeah, this is
companies
the
said,
future.
"Of course, it's the future," but maybe not yet. And then
That's the problem.
overnight, it changed,
Yeah,
right?
because of this COVID-19 things, you cannot believe this statement anymore. It's not the future, it's now. Because if you do not
Mhm.
do it, you cannot survive already. Nobody can survive you if your business is not online. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
You cannot say that, oh, I don't know about Facebook ad selling, I don't know how to generate traffic, or I don't know what's that meaning. No, I'm an old timer. That doesn't apply here already. I don't care whether you're old timer or new timer. This is the new normal already.
like so.
Correct?
What you're saying, David, is whether you like it or you like it, you like it.
You like it. Okay, you're right. There's no
Yeah,
option. Yeah.
transforming your business from the traditional offline into an online with an e-commerce features functionalities, how difficult is it?
You want
And how
the honest
yeah how
answer?
difficult yeah how difficult is it, or maybe even how expensive is it if it has some sort of an expense?
Actually, is very easy. You just need to put hard to learn. Transforming your business to fully e-com uh, is also depend the core business of what you are doing. So not every business can sadly not all business can become online. But if can, is the process is actually painless. To be honest with you, you just need to spend time to learn the concept of e-coms, how to generate traffic, how to react with traffic. With traffic happen already, how do you handle the traffic, how to convert the sales. One thing that I think everybody should learn is this as a business owner. Uh, People say that, oh, you need to have good attitude, good mentality, positivism. all kind of leadership skill, everything, right? Okay, you have all this professional knowledge, leadership skill, good mentality, good personality, good charismatic, but if you do not know about sales, if you do not know how to sales, you have no business.
Mm.
So sales, the tactic, the skill of selling is the number one skill that every
Mm.
business owner should have.
Now
Okay, it's not wrong.
that's one challenge, right? To be able to have that kind of skill, and then add to it would be that now we are really coming in an e-commerce era that we don't have really any other choice but to adapt the technology in selling. So now you're if you are unable to really grasp the idea that we have to use the technology in order for us to sell more at this point, you are missing the point, right?
Yeah, it's basically sayang naman because it's proven effective already. I don't know what kind of proof you need, right? So if you
Mhm.
look at the world
Well,
richest
I
person,
think I think they are not looking for a proof that it's not working. I think they are just too comfortable
how?
with what they have that they don't entertain the idea of transforming their business into an e-commerce business.
Yeah. So of course now I don't I don't know whether the old way is the comfort way or the new way is the comfort way. So basically, you have to make the judgment lah. But I just want to give an encouragement. Is the transition, the time of learning is not that painful. It's fast, lah, man. You just need to learn, and then a good thing about this is when you learn already, when you apply, because practical is very important. When you apply already, during the apply process, you already can see some result already.
Mhm. No, that's interesting. If it's not too painful, probably I can do it. But considering that 99.5% of our businesses belong to these micro, small, and medium enterprises,
Yes, SME.
my
Yeah.
question is SMEs. My question is it something that is doable for them? Because we are coming off from a situation wherein we don't have so much of a capital to start with, and if we are going to somehow put an e-commerce feature in our website, things like that, functionalities, maybe it's something that can also be challenging.
Well, again, to fully embrace e-com's concept, actually it's not a big investment really. You'll be surprised that the investment is very very small only. The
Mhm.
real investment here is your willingness to learn, to empty your cup. Just like me, when I started GFOXX business 2015, I don't learn about ecom. I don't have any idea of ecom because I in my mind is okay. So I'm a networking company, right? So we do gathering, we do big events, right? So we do travel. That's how we do business. So the leaders, they are the one who do online, right? So I never learn about online. I never take initiative to learn, right? I have the same mentality like everybody, or learning take times, right? And I don't want to spend time to learn new things, right? But last year, I finally decided to put my heart into it, and I really feel blessed that that I at least I can empty my cup to start learning. If not, I do not know what will happen to GFOX now. Yeah.
That's an interesting stuff you have there. So, exactly, tell us something about your business and the opportunities that our viewers can actually have or get if they decide to join your business, GFAX International.
Well, GFOX International, we are a direct selling company. We sell food supplements and some skincare products. We was a e-com company. We provide drop shipping system. What's the meaning of drop shipping system? Basically, is you don't need to have stock on hand. Nothing. Right? You just need to key in the sales, key in the detail of the customer, contact number, and address. The company, us, will have the rider to bring the product from the company and give it to your customer and collect the money, COD, from your customer. After they collect the money on the same day, you will receive your commissions. seamless. So you do not need to have any capital. So the only capital is the registration capital. Is only from 1,800 peso to 8,000 peso only. So we also provide free e-com training. So remember just now I say about all the knowledge that you need to be success in e-com business.
Mhm.
It was provided for free. So you don't need to go out to sign up
Yeah.
with any guru anymore.
You,
Right?
David, you already paid for it, so they are not paying for it anymore, right? I mean, the
Tama.
e-commerce training. Oh,
It's in the
very good.
package already. Yeah.
Very, very generous. So let's greet those who are watching and those who gave their comments, comment backs. Marie, good evening. I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you're from Central Luzon, Nueva Ecija, something. Michael Salazar, watching from San Pablo City, Laguna, proud GFOXX believer.
He's one of
So,
our top seller.
top seller. Hello, Michael. I hope you're sharing this FB live. And Apple said I should be making and selling lipstick.
You should.
You should. Also, watching our Michael I mentioned Michael. Ma'am Bing Sibalim Hoko. Hello, Madam Bing. Wella, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're recovering. I hope you're okay. Jenna is watching as well. Hi, Jenna. Nice to see you again here. I mean, I don't see you, but nice to see me because you saw me. Uh, Rich Dan Tylo, Sir David, break a leg. Well,
Yeah.
the leg has been broken since 2 minutes ago when we started. But I think he's also from what? San Pablo City?
San Pablo. He's our
Yes.
top 10 income earner, top 3 income earner in
Okay,
GFOX.
top three. This is top three performer, a sales performer, prior to lockdown or during lockdown.
uh, Prior to lockdown or even during the lockdown, his income
Okay,
still that good. Yeah.
so this is a consistent guy, huh?
Yeah.
It's summer or rainy days, no problem.
Richard has been with us for almost 4 years already. A consistent income earner. Yeah.
I say, oh, for sure, almost a founder, right?
Yeah. Founding member of GFOX International. Yes.
Founding member. Ed Sir is here.
Louis.
Louis from Louis, what? Well, whatever.
Louis,
Louis.
Louis is a living testimonial from no knowledge about e-com. In just less than 3 months, he already has 6-digit income consistently.
In 3 months.
Yes. Using the e-com system that we teach. Yeah.
Wow.
Of course, she's a fast learner, and she's very humble, willing to learn from zero. Yeah. She's
Okay, and
yeah.
it's not zero anymore.
Yeah.
It's a six figure.
A few zero at the bank. At the bank.
Hello, Ed, sir. How are you? Also here is Tarakin, GFOX believer from Montalban, Rizal. Hello. Thank you for
Hello.
watching. Yeah. Jane here is from Mandaluyong. Jane Pastor.
Hello,
Thank you so
Jane.
much. Thank you so much for watching. And Jackie, who's watching from Quezon City, GFOX believer then. La Loma. Mhm.
La Loma. I don't know where is it.
La Loma. Juan Paulo, hello. Juan Paulo Hilario. You're from Cebu, right? So thank you so much, everyone, for sending your comments. If you have questions about our topic, networking opportunity, let us know. We are to read it. But thank you so much for tuning in and for sharing also the our night or your night with us. Thank you so very much. So, if they need your product, your service, your help at this junction, where do they go? A website they should go to, or Facebook page that they should like, and a Twitter to follow?
Yeah, basically, if people want to know more information, the best ways to get more information is our Facebook page. Yeah, just search GFOX International Philippines. Then you can see all the information there already. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't really imagine it's that easy.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
but that's easy.
a willing heart mean a lot. That's the only way. Yeah.
Okay, and then my final question to you, David, is what do you think is the big picture here? Despite what's happening around us and what's going to happen in the future, no one really knows. We have some ideas, but we don't really know. what do you think is the big picture here? The thing that you see that probably most people
I
don't.
think I think the big picture here is you have to realize that the future that people say, the e-commerce future, was actually being expedited, was being fast tracked because of this pandemic. Everybody who are paying attention or not paying attention, everybody who are thinking or not thinking or considering about e-commerce and moving the business online, they're forced to do it now, and they are trying to do it as fast as possible. So the future is happening now already. It was faster than you think that you think it will happen. People maybe you say that, or maybe another 2 years time. It was not another 2 years time. It's now already. So since the environment is pushing us to move a little bit faster, you also have to act a little bit faster. If you still not taking actions, the chances of you being replaced is very, very high.
All right. And then this is the second to the last question. Sorry. The second last question, I mean. Well, this is my show. What can you do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, no problem. Don't worry. I'm okay. You
Okay.
want 10 question, no problem. Joke.
All right. Are you excited about what's going to happen next?
I'm excited with our company performance, because in 2 weeks time we exceed the sales of last month in 2 weeks time, right? So it's actually in my vision and dream that we want to see our leaders to buy a lot of house, right? They start to have their own house, right? So I hope that can happen very, very soon. So am I excited? I'm excited, but the most important thing is I hope that the virus situation can over, so everybody can back to normal. That's what I'm praying, and I'm also praying that Philippines will not be as worse as US.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, David Tan, who is the
Thank you,
founder
Lloyd.
CEO of GFOXX International.
Yeah.
Thanks so much
Right.
for your
Thank
time.
you for your time as well. Thank you. God bless everybody.
All right. I think that's the time that we have for today. Thank you so much, everyone who followed us and who found time to really be in this conversation tonight. See, there are companies and there are people who still succeed regardless if it is a good time or a bad time. I think what is consistent in people is excuse. So whether it's good or bad time, we can always choose to have a good experience and to always have the opportunity and get that opportunity to succeed, right? O, di ba? Talagang hanggang dito sa closing statement, tag-i-English pa din tayo. But I'm inspired by David's story and how he and his team, GFOXX International, is actually navigating their way out of the crisis and moving forward to the new normal. It will be exciting to see people coming out, not all, but many people coming out who are now allowed to come out after the 3-month enhanced community quarantine. So let's see what's going to happen. But for sure, it was not the world that we actually left. The world that we left prior to lockdown, for sure. It's a new world. The big picture is brought to you by Puzzlebox BPO Inc., a customer service solutions company that offers intelligent outsourcing for different digital services such as 24/7, 12 hours, 7 days a week, social and website community management, including holidays and weekends. Kung kayo po ay maliit na negosyante na wala nang kakayahang mag-maintain o mag-retain ng tao dahil sa kulang ng cash ninyo, i-outsource nyo lang po yung tao na magmamanage ng social media ninyo or website ninyo sa Puzzlebox BPO Inc. So para po sa mga nanonood or nakikinig sa atin ngayon na may need ng social media management, kasama na po yung mga sumusunod: social media content and strategy, sales amplification through social media, online sales events, game management support, including yung data encoding at saka po yung live chat customer support. Punta po kayo sa puzzleboxbpo-inc.com or email si Apple sa apple@puzzlebox-inc.com. Ayan, so I'm going to see you again soon. Well, the soon is actually tomorrow and Saturday and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Every day po tayo from Mondays to Saturdays. This has been your The Big Picture. I'm your host, Lloyd Luna. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay cool, mga kaibigan. At papalapit na po ang bagyo. So please, mag-ingat po tayo sa virus. Mag-ingat tayo sa darating na bagyo. Please always make sure na safe po kayo dahil wala pong maipapalit kapag kabuhay na pinag-uusapan. Bye everyone! Good night!